teenagers, young people, thank you so much for coming back again and again and again. We are doing these episodes, Ask George Uncle. Yeah, that's the episodes. If you have a question, shoot that question to that email, askgeorgeuncle@gmail.com. I'll say that again, askgeorgeuncle@gmail.com. I have some questions that has come from social media, and this particular girl says this and said, sir, my mother is a very bossy person. From my childhood she's been so bossy and screaming, and today she's writing, today I find it so difficult with anybody who's very loud, and I shrink and I feel very insecure around anybody who's very loud. Recently, one of my team leader was very loud, and I began to break down, and I had a meltdown in office. Listen to some of the episodes that we are doing on rescripting the inner script. Those episodes will really help you. You have a damaged inner script. What's the damage that has happened? Because of a loved voice that was bossing you and abusing you and maybe shouting at you all the time. You kind of moved away from that kind of a voice and said, oh, I don't want to be loud. I don't like loud people around me. The problem is this: you're living in a real world, sweetheart. You're living in a real world, and you will have loud people around you. You will have some of the bosses who will be shouting at you, in their own places, where they get upset with you, and you can't sit there and say, I don't like bossy people around me, so I'm going to run away. How long are you going to run away? How long are you going to run away? You can't run away. You need to learn to face. Let me tell you one of my story. My dad was very loud, and I hated men with loud voice. I somehow went towards men who had softer voices and softer natures, and I was very scared. That's the right word to use. I was very scared of being around men who had loud voices. And then one of the mentor that came into my life very young, I was 22, 23, and this guy, when I started spending time with him, I would go to his house. He would be so loud. When I go to the house, he would say, hey, how are you doing? I was like, oh my goodness, he's so loud. I mean, am I going to spend time talking to him with so big voice? A lot of my healing began to happen, and I began to understand, saying, okay, as a man, as a father, the loudness doesn't have to be denoting negativity or abusiveness. No. Today I'm loud. I would always be loud when I celebrate. I would always be loud when I'm joyful. I will always be loud when I appreciate. I will always be loud when there is an excitement. You saw how I changed things? I was running away from some of those loud men around me. Today, as a man, I'm very loud. But today I'm loud for right reasons. Now when I correct, today I'm very soft. I'm careful. I would just say this, especially with my kids, I'm very, very careful. I have so many teenagers inside the house. I can't be loud. I did make some mistakes of being loud and things like that. I've learned it very quickly. No, I have to be soft when I correct. But when I celebrate, I have to be loud. I have to be in a place. So don't allow this to stop you. I started off by saying that you have a damaged inner script. Learn to deal with that damage. What's the damage here? I don't like loud voices. I always want to be with softer people, people with soft natures, and I don't want. No, that's not going to work out. You need to learn to be around people who are loud for right reasons. You need to learn to be loud for right reasons. Again, when I say loud, appropriately loud, not shouting all the time, no. But don't run away from loud people around you. It's only going to take you nowhere. You're going to keep running away. And how long are you going to keep running away? Thank you so much for trusting me and sharing this. And I know some of these baggages, this is what we call it, the baggages that we carry. And this is the baggage that you're carrying because of your mom's loudness. And now you find it very difficult to be around loud people, loud men, loud bosses, and all of that. I do understand that. learn to deal with that inner script. You can heal. Take that journey. Listen to some of our episodes on rescripting the inner script, the flawed inner script. That will help you out. You're amazing. Hey guys, shoot your messages, shoot your questions to askgeorgeuncle@gmail.com. Okay, shoot your questions or on social media. Do it. Thank you so much for being here.